Welcome back to a channel. The term Liberty 1 cent refers to various US 1 cent coins featuring the word Liberty on their obverse. These coins span different designs and eras. Here's a comprehensive overview. The 1977 Liberty $quarter coin, also known as the 1977 Washington quarter. This script includes the coin's history, design, minting locations, circulation, and uncirculated conditions, as well as proof values. In the world of American coinage, few designs are as instantly recognizable as the Washington quarter. Issued since 1932, the quarter bearing the image of George Washington stands as a tribute to the first president of the United States and a lasting symbol of the nation's heritage. Among these, the 1977 Liberty quarter holds its own unique place in numismatic history. The story of the 1977 quarter begins with its origins in the broader Washington quarter series. First minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the quarter's design has remained relatively consistent over the decades. The obverse, or front side, features a left-facing portrait of Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. By 1977, the quarter had been in regular production for 45 years, surviving economic upheavals, metal composition changes, and shifts in minting technology. The year 1977 falls within the period when quarters were made with a copper-nickel clad composition, introduced in 1965 to replace 90% silver coins due to rising silver prices. Obverse, front features the profile of George Washington. Above his head is the word Liberty. To the left of his neckline is the motto, "In God We Trust." Below the bust is the date, 1977. Reverse, back. The reverse features a heraldic eagle with wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows, with olive branches beneath. The inscriptions include United States of America across the top, E pluribus unum just above the eagle, and $quarter at the bottom. The overall imagery symbolizes strength and peace, values deeply rooted in American ideals. The 1977 Washington quarters were minted at 3 U.S. mint facilities. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. The majority of 1977 quarters came from this mint. Denver Mint, D mint mark D appears to the right of Washington's ponytail. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark. These were not for circulation. Instead, they were produced as proof coins intended for collectors. Philadelphia, no mint mark $468, 556, 000 coins. Denver, D $256, 524, 978 coins. San Francisco, Est proof $3, 251, 152 coins. In circulated condition, 1977 quarters are common and usually found in pocket change. Due to their high mintage, they hold little premium unless they are in exceptional condition. Typical circulated condition, worth face value, 25 cents. Fine to extra fine, XF still generally worth 25 cents to a few cents more. About uncirculated, AU slightly higher value, especially if luster remains, up to 75 cents. Collectors often seek mint state, MS, coins that have never been circulated and have no wear. MS 60 to MS 63, around $1 to $5. MS 65, gem $10 to $15. MS 66 and above, prices rise steeply, and MS 67 plus may fetch $150 to $300 depending on the market and certification. These prices are usually based on coins graded and slabbed by services like PCGS or NGC. Proof coins from 1977 were minted at the San Francisco Mint and are easily identifiable by their deep, mirror-like finish. Proof, PR-65, $4.6. PR 69 deep cameo, up to $15 to $20. PR 70 perfect rare and can go for $100 plus if certified. These were sold in collector proof sets and are highly sought after in pristine condition. Though not many famous errors exist for the 1977 quarter, collectors still watch for double die obverse, DDO, or reverse, DDR. Clipped planches. Die cracks or die chips, such as a cud error. These error coins can command a premium depending on severity and rarity. To sum up, the 1977 Washington quarter is a common but historic coin. Circulated coins have little value above face unless in pristine condition. Mint state and proof versions, especially graded high, are collectible and carry premiums. For collectors, look for clean surfaces, strong luster, and well-struck features. Collector tip: if you find a 1977 quarter with full details, no scratches, and original luster, it might be worth having it graded. Also, check for that mint mark. Proof coins from San Francisco or high-grade Denver issues are particularly desirable. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone who simply finds joy in spare change, the 1977 Liberty Quarter connects you to a rich legacy of American coinage. It's more than metal, it's history in your hand. The next step: 1984 Liberty Quarter dollar coin, also known as the Washington Quarter, including its history, geography, circulation, and uncirculated conditions and proof values. This version is suitable for narration, a collector's guide, or educational content. In the year 1984, the United States Mint continued its long-standing tradition of producing the Washington Quarter, a coin rich in historical significance, patriotic symbolism, and widespread utility. Though not rare by general numismatic standards, the 1984 quarter represents a unique moment in American coinage history. This guide will explore the coin's origin, its geographical production, design features, circulation details, and collector values in both uncirculated and proof conditions. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Initially intended as a one-year commemorative issue, the coin's popularity ensured its continuation, eventually becoming the standard design for the U.S. quarter dollar. By 1984, the quarter had been in continuous production for over 5 decades, bearing the same core design created by John Flanagan, a sculptor chosen through a national competition in 1931. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing bust of George Washington, while the reverse, until 1998, depicted an eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows above olive branches, symbolizing America's strength and desire for peace. In 1984, the Washington Quarter was minted at 3 United States Mint facilities. Each of these mints had its distinct role in producing quarters for circulation, collectors, and special sets. Philadelphia, P produced quarters without a mint mark, and millions were released into general circulation. Denver, D also produced for circulation. The Denver Mint's coins bear the D mint mark on the obverse side. San Francisco, S exclusively produced proof coins for collectors, struck using specially polished dies and planchets. Obverse, George Washington, based on a bust by Jean-Antoine Udor. Liberty is inscribed at the top, In God We Trust to the left, and the year 1984 at the bottom. Reverse, a bald eagle with wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows above olive branches. United States of America and quarter dollar are inscribed. Outer layers, 75% copper and 25% nickel. Core, 100% copper. Weight, 5.67 grams. Diameter, 24.3 millimeters. Edge, reeded. Mintage numbers, approximate. Philadelphia, no mint mark tilde 676 million. Denver, D tilde 546 million. San Francisco, S, proof tilde 3.3 million. The massive mintage numbers from both Philadelphia and Denver mints indicate that the 1984 quarter was heavily circulated. These coins were everyday workhorses used in vending machines, parking meters, and daily commerce. Due to this widespread use, finding a 1984 quarter in mint state condition from circulation is uncommon, as most coins exhibit signs of wear. In general, circulated 1984 quarters are not rare and typically carry only face value $0 and 25 cents. However, high-grade examples or those with errors can attract collectors. Circulated, good to extremely fine 25 cents. Error coins, off-center strikes, double dies, etc. $5 to $100 plus depending on rarity and condition. For uncirculated coins, never used in commerce, the value can vary significantly based on grade and eye peel. MS60, MS62, $1 to $3. MS63, MS64, $3 to $6. MS65, gem uncirculated $10 to $20. MS66, $25 to $50. MS67 and above, these are very rare, prices can exceed $200 to $500 depending on the coin's luster, strike, and certified grading by agencies like PCGS or NGC. Proof coins are not meant for circulation. Struck using specially prepared dies, they offer mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. 1984, S-proof quarter, clad. Typical value, $3 to $6 in PR60, PR65. Deep Cameo, DCAM, or Ultra Cameo, $10 to $25 plus. Graded PR69 or PR70 can fetch $30 to $100 plus depending on demand and certification. Note, no silver-proof quarters were issued in 1984, the silver-proof series began again in 1992. Some 1984 quarters may carry minor errors or varieties which can increase their value. Off-center strikes. Clipped planches. Broad strikes. Values for these error coins vary, with some fetching $50 to $200 or more, depending on the type and visibility of the error. The 1984 Liberty Quarter may not be a key date in numismatics, but it remains a vital part of the fabric of American coinage. Whether found in pocket change or a collector's folder, each coin represents the enduring legacy of George Washington and the everyday history of the United States. From its minting across different states to its proof strikes for collectors, this coin captures the essence of American tradition, durable, democratic, and widely circulated. The 1979 Liberty Quarter dollar coin, more accurately referred to as the 1979 Washington Quarter, is part of a long-running series in U.S. coinage. Though often referred to by the word Liberty due to the prominent inscription on the obverse, the coin officially celebrates the legacy of America's first president, George Washington. Minted during an era of economic transition and changing numismatic priorities, the 1979 quarter stands at the crossroads of historical significance, design continuity, and evolving minting technology. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, it replaced the standing Liberty Quarter and was intended initially as a one-year commemorative issue. However, the design proved popular and entered regular circulation, becoming a mainstay of U.S. coinage. The year 1979 was a dynamic one for the United States. Economically, the country faced inflation and high interest rates. Politically, the Carter administration was grappling with energy crises and foreign policy challenges. The coinage of the time reflects a transition in technology and public confidence. 1979 was also notable for the introduction of the Susan B. Anthony dollar, another significant coin often confused with the quarter due to its similar size and color. This proximity caused the quarter to be carefully observed by the public and vending industries alike. Portrait, a left-facing bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Inscriptions, Liberty above, In God We Trust on the left, and the date, 1979, at the bottom. Mint mark, appears to the right of Washington's ponytail, could be D, Denver, S, San Francisco, or no mint mark, Philadelphia. Design, a heraldic eagle with outspread wings, clutching a bundle of arrows above two olive branches. Inscriptions, United States of America, on top, E pluribus unum under that, and quarter dollar at the bottom. This reverse design was also by John Flanagan and remained until 1999 when the 50-state quarters program began. The 1979 Washington quarters were minted at three main locations. Mintage, 515, 708, 000. Denver, D mint mark. Mintage, 489, 789, 780. San Francisco, S mint mark proof only. Mintage, 3, 677, 175 proofs. Philadelphia and Denver produced coins for general circulation, while San Francisco focused on proof coinage meant for collectors. In general circulation, 1979 quarters are common. Because of the high mintage, most circulated examples are not rare and hold only face value unless in exceptional condition. Over time, many coins suffered wear, scratches, and tarnishing, especially given the heavy usage of quarters in commerce. G4 to VF30, 25 cents, face value. EF40 to 58 Australian dollars, 30 to 50 cents. Uncirculated quarters from 1979 are much more valuable, especially those with high grading from PCGS or NGC. Coins in pristine condition often come from mint sets or rolls. MS60, MS62, $1 to $2. MS63, MS64, $2.50 to $4. MS65, Gem BU8 to $12. MS66 Plus, $30 to $100 plus depending on mint mark and strike quality. MS67 Plus, top pop can exceed $500 for Denver or Philadelphia coins with exceptional luster and strike. These were struck with polished dies on specially prepared planches, resulting in a mirror-like finish and frosted devices. Regular proof, Type 1 mirror finish, not deeply cameo. Value, $1 to $3. Cameo-proof, frosted devices, mirror fields. Value, $3 to $8. Deep cameo, DCAM strong frosted contrast. Value, $8 to $20 plus depending on grade. PR70 DCAM, perfect grade can reach $100 to $300 plus. All proof coins were sold in mint-issued proof sets, not released into circulation. Quarters without mint marks circulated primarily in the eastern states and nearby areas. D mint mark quarters were common in the Midwest, South, and West. Never released to circulation, they were distributed nationwide via mail order and coin dealers. Today, these coins are widely spread across the U.S. due to coin roll usage, bank transfers, and collectors, though the original geography of mint distribution still loosely holds. While the 1979 Washington quarter doesn't have many famous varieties like some earlier issues, collectors look for clipped planches, off-center strikes, double die obverse or reverse, rare but possible, broad strikes and die cracks. Values for error coins vary widely depending on the nature and visibility of the error but can range from $10 to $200 plus. The 1979 Washington quarter holds more historical than monetary value for most collectors. It represents a time of stability in design, just before the explosion of commemorative state quarters in the 1990s. Its widespread mintage makes it accessible to beginner collectors, while high-grade MS and proof examples offer challenges and rewards for more advanced numismatists. The 1988 Liberty $quarter coin is part of the United States Mint's Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. The design for this quarter has undergone several changes over the years, but in 1988, it remained largely consistent with the earlier versions. Here's a comprehensive breakdown of its history, geography, circulation, and value in both circulated and uncirculated conditions, including proof information. Release year: the 1988 Liberty $quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, first minted in 1932 to honor George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design was initially created by John Flanagan and features a portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. 1988 minting: in 1988, the quarter continued to follow the same design but was issued as part of the ongoing circulating coinage series. The 1988 quarter was struck with the same motifs as earlier years, representing Washington's legacy and symbolizing American patriotism. Obverse: the obverse of the 1988 quarter features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. His image is surrounded by the words "Liberty, in God We Trust," and in 1988, the year of minting. Reverse: the reverse design shows an eagle in flight with the words United States of America, and E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. The eagle is surrounded by 13 stars, symbolizing the original colonies, and $quarter is inscribed at the bottom. The 1988 quarter was produced at 3 U.S. Mint facilities. Philadelphia Mint, P. The Philadelphia Mint produced the bulk of quarters and coins minted here bear a P mint mark. Denver Mint, D. Another major facility for minting quarters and coins from Denver bear the D mint mark. San Francisco Mint, S. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof versions of the quarter, and these coins carry the S mint mark. These coins are generally not for circulation but are sold as collector's items. Circulated coins, meaning those that were used in everyday transactions, typically show wear and tear. The degree of wear depends on how much the coin was handled. For a 1988 quarter, signs of circulation might include smoothing of the features on Washington's portrait, a lack of sharpness in the eagle's details, and discoloration due to wear. Condition: most 1988 quarters found in circulation are in fine to very fine condition. The coin could have some moderate to heavy wear from daily use, but the details remain visible. Grades: circulated coins can be graded using the Sheldon scale, 0 to 70. Most quarters in circulation would likely fall between good, G4, and very fine, VF, 20 on the scale. Mint state coins: a coin in mint state is one that has not been circulated and has retained its original luster and features. The 1988 quarter, if found in this state, would be in pristine condition and would display sharp details on both the obverse and reverse. It would typically be graded from MS 60 to MS 65. An uncirculated 1988 Liberty quarter would have been stored in a safe or special packaging since minting, with no signs of wear or damage. These coins are more valuable than their circulated counterparts due to their pristine condition. Uncirculated value. The 1988 quarter in uncirculated condition is generally worth a bit more than face value, 25 cents. Most uncirculated 1988 quarters, depending on the mint mark, are worth between $1 and $3. Philadelphia Mint. Generally, these coins are worth slightly more in uncirculated condition, around $1.25 to $2. Denver Mint. These coins are often worth around $1.25 for uncirculated pieces. San Francisco Mint. Proof quarters, especially from the San Francisco Mint, can be worth significantly more. They are made with a different process that results in a highly polished finish. Proof coins from the 1988 series typically retail around $5 to $15, depending on the condition and packaging. Proof coins are specially made for collectors, and they have a much higher level of detail and finish than regular circulating coins. These coins are produced using a special process where each coin is struck multiple times using polished dies to ensure a mirror-like finish. 1988 Proof Quarter. The 1988 Proof Quarters, which were minted at the San Francisco Mint, are made of the same materials as regular quarters, composed of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. These coins are much more desirable to collectors due to their condition and the process by which they were made. Value. Proof coins from 1988 are often valued higher than their circulating counterparts, with prices ranging from $5 to $20 depending on the specific coin's condition and packaging. The 1988 Liberty Quarter was minted as part of the Washington Quarter series, continuing the tradition of honoring George Washington. The quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. In circulated condition, the 1988 quarter is worth face value to a couple of dollars, with higher value for those in excellent condition. Uncirculated coins can fetch between $1 and $3, with those from the San Francisco Mint being more valuable due to their proof status. Proof coins from 1988, typically produced at the San Francisco Mint, are often valued between $5 and $20, with excellent examples being even more expensive. While the 1988 Liberty Quarter is not considered one of the rarest quarters in terms of mintage or historical importance, the interest for these coins primarily comes from collectors seeking coins in higher grades, particularly uncirculated and proof versions. The 1989 Liberty Quarter dollar coin, part of the Washington Quarter series, has an interesting and varied history, particularly given its specific place in the context of the U.S. Mint's production cycles, as well as its circulation and collector value. Let's break it down in detail across history, geography, circulation, and uncirculated proof value. The Liberty Quarter dollar coin, more specifically known as the Washington Quarter, has been in circulation in various forms since 1932. Initially designed to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, it features Washington's profile on the obverse front, a design created by John Flanagan. The reverse back of the Washington Quarter has undergone a few changes over the years. The first reverse, from 1932 to 1998, featured an eagle perched on a branch. In 1999, the reverse design was changed to a statehood-themed quarter design as part of the 50 State Quarters program, and since then, various designs have been issued. The 1989 Washington Quarter was part of the regular production for circulating coins in the U.S. Mint during that year. It was struck under the circulating coinage program and did not commemorate any specific event but continued to feature George Washington on the obverse. Minting location: the 1989 quarter was minted at 3 primary locations of the U.S. Mint. Philadelphia Mint, the main location for minting circulating coinage. Denver Mint, this facility produces additional coinage to meet demand. San Francisco Mint, although typically producing proof and other specialized coins, some quarters might also come from here in particular special editions, though primarily for proof sets. Circulation and public use: the 1989 quarter was widely circulated throughout the United States during its production year, making it a common coin in everyday transactions. These quarters were used to pay for goods, services, and as part of normal cash transactions. The United States in the late 1980s was experiencing steady economic growth, and this coin played its part in that economic cycle, widely recognized for being part of everyday commerce. The 1989 quarter's design, featuring Washington's image, remained unchanged, preserving continuity in the quarter's historical legacy, especially as it had been in use for nearly 60 years by this point. Mint marking, the mint mark, indicating the mint where the coin was produced, D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, S for San Francisco, can be found on the reverse side of the quarter, next to the eagle or Washington's depiction, depending on the coin's specific release year. Coin circulation. By the time 1989 rolled around, the Washington quarter was already a stable part of U.S. currency, with millions of coins being produced annually. Coins such as the 1989 Washington quarter were produced in two primary versions. Circulated coinage, coins meant for regular circulation, which would eventually show wear and tear. Uncirculated coins, these were specially struck for collectors and had a sharper definition of design and were not released into general circulation. For the 1989 quarter, uncirculated versions were minted as part of proof sets and special mint sets. These coins were designed to have a flawless finish with no signs of wear, intended for collectors rather than for circulation. Proof coins. In addition to regular minting, the 1989 Washington quarter was also produced as a proof coin, which is specifically made for collectors. Proof coins are struck multiple times to ensure high quality, with a mirror-like finish on the background and frosted design on the raised surfaces. These coins were typically sold in special sets, often from the U.S. Mint to collectors. In general, coins that have been used in circulation have been subject to wear, nicks, and scratches, which lower their overall value compared to pristine examples. For the 1989 Washington quarter in circulated condition, values typically range as follows. Good G. This grade is the lowest on the scale. These coins may show heavy wear, and the design might be indistinct, but the date and mint mark are still legible. A 1989 quarter in this condition can often be found for its face value, 25 cents, though slightly higher depending on collector interest. Very fine VF shows more wear than an uncirculated coin, but significant design elements remain visible. These coins might sell for around $1 to $3, depending on market interest. Extremely fine EF coins in this condition will have more visible details than those in very fine, but will still show some wear. Expect values from $3 to $5. An uncirculated or mint state coin would have no signs of wear, retaining its original sheen and features. These quarters will be more valuable than circulated coins. MS-63 mint state. The coin will have no signs of wear, though it may have small scratches or imperfections. An uncirculated 1989 quarter in MS-63 can be worth $3 to $5. MS-65 gem uncirculated. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A coin in MS-65 condition will have exceptional eye appeal with little to no imperfections. These can be valued at $7 to $10 or more, depending on demand. The proof version of the 1989 quarter is far more valuable due to its higher production quality and appeal to collectors. Proof coins. The value of proof coins can vary. A 1989 proof quarter, especially one in original packaging or a set, might be worth anywhere from $10 to $15, but some can reach higher values depending on condition and demand. Proof coins have a distinct mirror-like finish that distinguishes them from the regular strike coins. While the 1989 Washington quarter is not inherently rare, certain variants can increase its value. Error coins. These are rare coins that were misstruck during the minting process. For example, coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or other noticeable minting errors can be worth far more than regular examples. Coin sets. Many collectors prefer coins that come in official U.S. Mint sets, especially proof or uncirculated sets, as they maintain their pristine quality. The 1989 Liberty $quarter coin holds historical and collector value despite being widely produced. While it wasn't a commemorative coin, it was an important part of U.S. coinage at the time, and its legacy continues with coin collectors. For anyone seeking the coin in uncirculated or proof condition, it offers a potential for growth in value, particularly if you have well-maintained or error variants. As with any coin, collector demand, overall condition, and minting variety, such as proof or special editions, will play a significant role in determining the exact value in the future.